Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine standing at the edge of a quiet forest just before dawn. The air is still cool. Somewhere in the distance, a bird begins to sing, not loudly, not urgently, just softly, as if it simply has something beautiful to say. That bird doesn't know it's performing. It doesn't know you're listening. It's just doing what it was born to do. And somehow, that makes it even more remarkable. Welcome to Calm Science. Today, we're going to slow down and look a little more closely at the world of nature, at the quiet intelligence, the hidden rhythms, and the extraordinary behavior of the animals we share this planet with. Let's start underground. Beneath a single forest, there exists something scientists now call the Wood Wide Web, an invisible network of fungi connecting tree roots across vast distances, sometimes spanning entire forests. Through this network, trees share nutrients. They send sugars to their neighbors. When one tree is sick or dying, others can send resources to keep it alive. And animals are part of this system too. When a deer grazes on a tree's leaves, that tree releases chemical signals into the air, a kind of silent alarm. Nearby trees of the same species detect these signals and begin producing bitter compounds in their own leaves, making themselves less appetizing to predators. The forest is always talking. We just haven't always known how to listen. Now, let's look at some of the animals living within these forests and beyond. Have you ever watched an octopus solve a puzzle? These creatures have no skeleton, no backbone, and yet they can unscrew jar lids, navigate mazes, and even recognize individual human faces. Each of their 8 arms has its own cluster of neurons, meaning an octopus essentially has 9 brains working together. They dream, or at least, they appear to. Scientists have observed octopuses shifting colors rapidly during sleep, flashes of orange, white, and deep red moving across their skin like quiet storms. Nobody knows exactly what they're experiencing, but something is happening in there. Something we don't yet have words for. Every year, across land, sea, and sky, billions of animals make journeys that we still don't fully understand. The Arctic tern is perhaps the most extraordinary traveler on Earth, weighing less than a tennis ball. This small seabird migrates from the Arctic to the Antarctic and back again every single year, a round trip of roughly 70,000 kilometers. Over its lifetime, an Arctic tern travels the equivalent of 3 trips to the moon and back. And it does this without GPS, without a map, without anyone telling it the way. Researchers believe these birds use the Earth's magnetic field as a kind of invisible compass, sensing the planet's natural forces with a precision we are only beginning to understand. The humble humpback whale does something similar. These giants navigate thousands of miles of open ocean to breeding grounds they've visited before, often returning to within just a few kilometers of the exact same spot, year after year. The ocean is enormous, and yet, they always find their way home. For a long time, science was reluctant to talk about animal emotions. It felt too unscientific, too human, to say that an animal could feel. But the evidence kept growing. Elephants grieve when a member of their herd dies. Elephants will gather around the body, touching it gently with their trunks. They return to the place of death for years afterward. They carry their loss with them. Crows hold what researchers call funerals. When one crow dies, others gather around it, sometimes hundreds of them, silent and still. Scientists now believe this behavior may help the flock learn about dangers in the area. But it also looks, undeniably, like mourning. Even fish show signs of stress, curiosity, and social bonding in ways that challenge everything we once assumed about the inner lives of simpler animals. The more we look, the more we find. There is a Japanese concept called Shinrin-yoku, which translates simply as forest bathing. It doesn't mean swimming in a forest. It means spending quiet, unhurried time among trees, breathing slowly, paying attention, letting the sounds and smells of nature settle around you. Studies have found that just 20 minutes in a natural environment can lower cortisol levels, the hormone associated with stress. It can slow the heart rate, calm the nervous system, make us feel, somehow, more ourselves. Nature doesn't demand anything from us. It simply continues, patient, extraordinary, endlessly complex. And when we stop to notice it, something in us quiets down. The Arctic tern finds its way across 70,000 kilometers of sky. The forest whispers to itself in chemical signals and fungal threads. An octopus dreams in color. An elephant remembers. We live on a planet full of quiet miracles, most of which happen without us noticing. But they're always there, unfolding slowly, beautifully, beneath the surface of the everyday. Thank you for watching Calm Science. If this video brought you a moment of peace or wonder, consider sharing it with someone who might need it today. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next one.